Hello, check one, check two. Hello, Mrs. Hill. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I will not complain.
That's good.
Um, as we already had intake, and I've read over the things and some of the things that are posing potential issues, in your life and with your that you have that is posing problems for you. But first, before we get into those things, I have to cover a few things, formalities that I have
Okay.
to do with all of my clients. Um, First off, I would begin by saying that confidentiality is one of the cornerstones of our mental health counseling profession. But, however, there are limits to that confidentiality, and I'm bound by these limits um, ethically and legally. One of the limits of confidentiality would be if you were to disclose to me that you were going to commit suicide, hurt yourself, then I would definitely have to approach that to, report that to the appropriate authorities. Or if you were going to harm someone else, I would definitely have to report that also because as a mental health counselor, it is your welfare and the welfare of others are is our primary concern. So, with that being said, I'm here to help you, but I would not be helping you if you were to say you were going to harm yourself or someone else,
No,
and you know.
I'm not going to harm myself, but I feel like harming some other people, but I do not know this specific person, this organization that I would like to, but I can't.
See, something like that, I would have to report if something happened.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to give you these this informed consent to let you know. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And also, just to cover, for example, if we were to meet, um, and coincidentally, in a public place or something, I will not automatically just introduce myself or come up and say hi or anything. I would let you approach me because I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. If you were approached and asked, well, who is that? I'm not sure if you'd want them to know that I'm the counselor.
No.
So, with that being said, if you choose not to speak to me, I will not speak with you. I will not acknowledge you. Um, and if you do speak with me, I would like for you to respect the fact that I'll keep it short because some people like to get into issues that should be done in a confidential setting.
Mm,
Is that okay with you?
that's fine.
Okay. Okay, so we can begin now. Um, how are you today? What brings you to talk to me?
Well, I'm having problems. Well, it's affecting my health.
Okay.
Um, I have some property that I've been trying to get rid of for several years,
Wow.
and the restriction that the city has placed on it will not allow me to sell it when I've had buyers that was willing to buy the property as is,
Okay.
but I couldn't sell it because of the restriction that the city had placed on it,
Okay.
and there was a lot of repairs that needed to be done. And when I went to court, I told them that we were going to do a short sale with the mortgage company, so there was fines. So I ended up having to pay almost $5,000 in fines
Okay.
for the repairs that should have been done on the house, but we were not going to do because we were going to sell the house.
Okay.
But then when I find out later, I couldn't do it because the title wasn't clear because of the restriction that the city had on it. But I still had to pay the city the money that should have been used for repairs. And I
Okay.
still cannot sell the house.
Have you had any help with struggling through this process?
Well, it's me and my husband, but it's I'm constantly getting letters because of other people dumping garbage,
Mm,
and I have to pay someone to go over there and clean it up because it looks like no one lives there and it's boarded up,
okay.
and the city boarded up, but they keep sending inspectors out when they know it's vacant property and it's going to be sold.
So you've been dealing with a significant amount of stress from the city and the bank
Yes,
regarding
yes.
your property.
And I tried doing a deed in lieu or either giving it back to the mortgage company, which they said I wasn't eligible to do. But I told them I did not have any funds. There was no income from that property. No one has been living in it for about 4, 5 years.
Okay.
But still, usually the city will foreclose, but they won't because they figure they can still get some money out of me, which they are doing because I have to pay someone to go over there and clean up the garbage, and I have to pay these fines, which I just finished paying, or otherwise they sent me a letter saying they were going to put me in jail. A
Mm,
couple of times. I've been to court about 3 times with this property.
and I can see that how that could cause you a lot of
Yes, and
stress.
I do have seizures, and this has been on my mind, and it's pressing me, and it's caused me to have more.
So
You,
when you approach, when all of this is happening to you, what are some of the feelings that you experience going through the process?
anger,
Anger. Okay.
and sometimes it seems futile. It's
Okay.
just, which way do I go? But I haven't. I did seek legal help from a friend, but then I find out that he has retired
Okay.
as a lawyer, so I didn't. I asked several friends of mine if they knew any good attorneys that would help me with this, but I haven't come up with one yet. So
So what I think you're saying is that you have felt hopeless,
yes, when
a
it comes to this,
surmountable amount of hopelessness. Okay.
financially too, because this I'm having to pay fines, pay for something when I can use the money for something else. I'm not working. I'm retired. I'm not getting a very large pension,
So it's financially
so it's
draining.
financially draining. Plus other bills. You know, have another property, but that's okay. But still, you have to pay for maintenance on that.
Hmm.
Like I had to pay twice, over $300 some to get some squirrels out on that property. But the main one is this other property that I've been trying to get rid of, and I can't. I've had buyers who wanted to buy the house. They
Okay.
had put money up.
How long did that go